Hello, and welcome to another episode of Better Cocktails at Home. I'm Brian Johnson, and we are here in our lovely home bar, the Quarter Deck Club, and we're going to be kicking off a series of cocktails for the month of October, and I'm calling it Back to the Future. Now, well, the films are great. There's 3 of them. They're awesome. I love them. We are not going to be doing cocktails based on the films. I'm sure that there's some really cool stuff out there that you could do that, but that's not really what we do here. We're actually going back to the future in the sense that we're going to go back to the very first 4 drinks that we filmed 10 years ago. So just a couple weeks ago in late September, we actually had 10 years of Better Cocktails at Home. So I think it was on like the last week in September of 2012, we published our first video, and it was a Sidecar. And so I thought it'd be kind of interesting to go back, review my old videos, because I don't really generally go back and watch them a lot. And so kind of look at them and see if there's anything interesting about them, and just kind of revisit it, because I think classics need to be revisited from time to time, just to kind of see how they've developed, if there's new ingredients out there or new ratios you might like. So that's what we're doing in terms of going back to the future. So we're going to start with the Sidecar. So as you can see in this clip from our very first video, aside from the production issues in terms of bad lighting, sound was okay, but the set was just really dark, and it was actually our very first set that we built 10 years ago. So yeah, the video leaves something to be desired, but actually watching it for kind of like the cocktail itself and the content, I think it actually really holds up. There's a couple things I didn't do a little bit differently than that video, but other than that, I mean, honestly, like I think it's a good quality cocktail. You can make it, you're going to enjoy it, it's going to be great. So I think I'm really happy in that sense. I think even over 10 years, I think we really made something that holds up over time, and it's a good cocktail. So we're going to change it up just slightly and update it just a little bit. So I'm actually going to be using this cobbler shaker. I think I actually used this on our very first video, and I love this. It's a tiny little cobbler shaker, like a 1 cocktail size, but it's awesome, and I really enjoy it. So Sidecar is a cognac or brandy based. And so in the first video I ever did, we used this exact same bottle, Pierre Ferrand's 1840. This is kind of still my go-to cognac in the bar. I like that it's got a little extra proof. It can stand up to things. It's got good flavor. So this is, still my standard pour all these years later. And I'm going to do 2 ounces of this. And we'll put that in. Now, in our first video we ever did, the ratio between the sweet, which is Cointreau, and then the sour, which is lemon juice, I did more Cointreau than I did lemon juice for the sour component. And I'm actually in this version, I'm gonna equal them out. So I'm gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau, and then I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. And so that just, I think, reflects kind of my taste. I skew a little bit more sour generally. I like that kind of tartness in a cocktail. And this actually, half a lemon, actually gave me a little bit more than 3/4 of an ounce. So even be more to my taste. All right, so that's everything we've got in here. 3 ingredients, sour style cocktail. We're gonna add our ice. And one thing, my first videos, for a long time, I always touch the ice. Generally, I don't do that anymore. People finally got the best of me, I guess, or maybe I just realized that it's fun to use these little tongs. I don't know. Either way, we'll see. All right. Now cobbler shakers, 3 pieces. Want to have them all together, and then you're going to give it a nice, good shake. All right. See frost develop. So take that off, and it's got cobblers have built-in strainers. I'm still going to double strain this though, because I juice my lemon juice right into it. And we don't want little ice shards. We don't want any pieces of lemon pulp in there. Now this is how you know, like, so we'll take that out. Beautiful. Now this is how you know if you have a good copper shaker versus a bad one. So bad ones, they are kind of a pain to get apart. This one, even though it's really cold, super easy. This is a super high quality Japanese one, and I love it. It's amazing. Perfect. So, in our first video, at this point, did a lemon peel garnish. I've actually been skewing away from that. I think it's can add a little bit to lemony brightness, and I want the cognac to shine through. So I've actually been just doing it this way. So no garnish, no lemon oil over the top, just 3 simple ingredients that creates our sour style cocktail. So we have a base spirit, sweet and sour, right? And it's just about that balance between those to personalize it to your own taste. So let's give it a little taste. Just an awesome cocktail. I love a Sidecar. It's just kind of got that rich, kind of leathery taste from the brandy. Then you get the lemon, a little bit of sweetness from the Cointreau. Lovely. This is actually one of the first cocktails that I actually had in a high quality manner, probably, gosh, at this point, 15, 18 years ago. And so Sidecar always holds a special place for me. It's great. But I think it's great to kind of revisit things every once in a while. So thank you so much for watching Better Cocktails at Home, and we're going to see you on the next video.